Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and all of us have a mother, whether they're alive or not. But to all of those desiring to be mothers, happy Mother's Day. It's a beautiful Sunday, Fertile Fireside Chat. Dr. Rob KIltz, hello. Huntington, Bliss, Sona, Ms. Lady, hello. Yanni, hello. Sarah Prell, it's a pleasure and blessing to be here with everyone. It's Sunday, upstate New York. Summer is coming, but we're still a little chilly upstate, but it's sunny today. Skincare from Boston, hello. 840,000. No, 84. Hello, Doc, again. Nicole, how are you today? Cowgirl, do you recommend ERA? So ERP and ERA, I do recommend them. I think they're an offering to consider to do early, but quite often we do a cycle or two, and if it doesn't work, then do the ERP or the ERA. Endometrial receptivity assay and endometrial receptivity peak by Cooper and One's Eye Genomics. Looking for the best time to transfer a frozen thawed embryo, which can be done either in a natural cycle with a trigger shot or a medicated cycle, may be something to try for sure. Atali, it's a pleasure. Christine, hello. Marie, good morning again. And Nicole, happy Mother's Day to all the ladies and all the ladies who are working to be mothers. Do not give up. Be persistent, have faith, and keep at it. Hello. Let's see. Benjamin. Oh, nice. Leela. Good morning. D. Marietta. Hello. Kelly Lamb. Bubble. Let's see. We're saying hello to everyone. And share the love and the gratitude all over this world. There's a lot of challenges, and we've all been suffering through the year, but we're all suffering in one way or another. But do we try to find the strength in the suffering? That's so much of what we're working to do. Jana, good morning. Risa, let's see. Skincare by Amaryllis. Recommend for a patient that have 2 tubes removed because of ectopic pregnancy. Well, that's where IVF comes in. So you need to do IVF if you don't have fallopian tubes. So in vitro fertilization, where we retrieve the eggs vaginally or abdominally. In some rare cases, we stick a needle through the vaginal wall or through the abdominal wall to retrieve the eggs, and then add sperm to the eggs and transfer an embryo in the uterus. That's the way to go. Check out our family building guide on Amazon, or I think you could download it from our website, but it's really a nominal investment to get a lot of good ideas of all the things that we're talking about. Let's see. Jamie Lynn, we look forward to working with you. Dawit Galetta, good morning. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. It's a fertile family. We're all a family. And even in families, we suffer, we struggle, we get mad, we get sad, we argue, we run away, we sort of throw up our hands and all of this. But we want to find some way to find the kindness within our hearts, all of us, to give love to ourselves, to love to the people around us, and especially even to the people we don't like. Love will solve all of our troubles in so many ways. Again, Skincare Marie, my pleasure. Here to share thoughts and ideas and to answer questions. MM Rivera, 39, 6 previous pregnancies, no issues, going full term, never had a miscarriage. I've done a genetic test on myself and came back fine. We'll still need a genetic test embryos. No, we do. I don't personally recommend that you need the genetic testing, but it's an option for those who want it for one reason or another, or they have a known genetic or chromosomal abnormalities. Let's see. Shazare, can fallopian tubes be unblocked naturally? Reduce inflammation. Endometriosis, intra-abdominal pelvic inflammation, GERD, irritable bowel, colitis, Crohn's, I'll go down the list, but all the inflammatory diseases in our body can be reduced, including in the tubes, by going KIltz's Keto Lifestyle. I recommend fasting is the best way, no matter what your dietary choice is, 1 meal a day at night. It's the break the fast and go to bed after that, or not long after that. Serapeptase has been claimed as something. I don't have enough information. Dr. Randy Morris talked about it on his Fertility TV and showed no data to support it. But, there's a lot to some of these anecdotal stories that there may be something that if it reduces inflammation in the vasculature, then it will allow the blood flow to be better, which will allow the potential opening of the tubes. I've also seen things like a tubal catheterization we do in our Syracuse office that may be helpful also. Chinese tea, serapeptase, castor oil pack massage, and it works. Nanu, thank you very much. Look there's so many acupuncture, massage, herbal teas and remedies. Be open to all the possibilities that are out there. We're learning from each other. That's really such an important component to the story. Blue Lopez, any way to make my follicles grow at a more even pace? 6 follicles out of 22, because listen, if you know that answer, all power to you, but we don't know that. It may be you do 2 to 4 weeks of estrogen, progesterone, maybe add a little bit of human growth hormone, with or without some Lupron in the last week, then go into a stem. I personally use a lot of low dose or natural cycle stimulations, but low dose, letrozole 10, 200 of gonal or follistim, or even Menopur, and then 20 of HCG. I think it works really nicely. But again, the why some work run faster or slower, it's such a mystery. Yes, Amber, it does depend on the type of blockage, but be open to the possibility that you might be able to heal your blockage. But when it's not working, that's when it's either tubal cath, tubal surgery, or in vitro fertilization. And in some cases, you may need to remove the fallopian tubes before you do IVF. Michelle Richards, happy birthday from Sarasota. Excited Dr. Condrup down in Sarasota is joining us. Our new office on Cattleman Lane near Doctor's Hospital is opening up soon. So we're excited about opening up our new Sarasota office. Thank you to our Colorado team, doing amazing. Atlanta, Dr. Rudialis, amazing. We're working on bringing IVF there later in the year. CBD oil, Jana Bayonne. Yes, CBD oil for anxiety, stress, but most important thing I love to do is journal, do some meditation and prayer, yoga, Tai Chi, go for a walk in nature, or just this morning I was out in my hot tub watching the birds and the bugs and the lake, and I live in Skaneateles on the lake. It's such a beautiful, calming, and I need a lot of calming energy because I'm very high energy, as you can imagine. But CBD oil, low-dose naltrexone, omega-3s, DHA. I remember keto is a high-fat, low-carb, no-carb diet. Look at Sean Baker, Ken Berry, Maria Emmerich, Georgia E. There's so many amazing people out there. I've been listening to a book called The Sacred Cow, and I don't even remember who the author is. Let's see here if I can get to that. It's by Diana Rogers and Rob Wolf. Just some good ideas. That's what we got to be looking for, new and different ideas. Let's see. Stephanie, C-reactive protein. So you could look at highly sensitive C-reactive protein, ESR. Look at all the markers for inflammation. Dr. Andrea Vidale is working on some new markers, a new testing through Presimmune, and excited to bring that to everyone. How do I bring down a thyroid from 3.94? This is where you either need a natural armor or NT thyroid, or you need some thyroid hormone, but anti-inflammatory healing. Look at KIltz's Keto Lifestyle or the Fertile Feast on Amazon. Might be very helpful for you. Happy Mother's Day to every woman out there, every guy. Happy Mother's Day to your mothers and helping your partners be a mother. And again, whether you're a single woman, a single guy, and transsexual, lesbian, or whatever your relationships are, CNY Fertility is here to help you and honor you. And that's really critical for all of us. Paula Paola Yes, I recommend weekly lipids. Intralipids are TPN, and I think intralipids can be very helpful. That's why I recommend a high-fat, low-carb, no-carb diet. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, one meal a day, cook the carbs well, and add the fat or the oil if you're a vegan. Fat, cream, butter, add some eggs, and as a vegetarian. Scrans, hello. Nalash Imba, hello, 2007. Jen Jamvi, welcome that you've joined us. So again, weekly lipids I think are helpful. Let's see, Tessie. And thank you from all over the country, all over the globe, working together to bring more affordable fertility to everyone. And I know this is a special day. If you joined us just for a moment, thank you. But go about spending time with your moms or those to be moms and spending together time on this. Every day is a Mother's Day, a Father's Day, a brother-sister day, but we're really working to love each other more and more and more. First Mother's Day, John Michael Harris, God bless you. 7 months. Wow. A TSH affecting embryo implantation. The estradiol is causing my TSH to spike. So I think a lot of those TSH abnormalities with estradiol is not an abnormal T3, T4 reverse or free. It's really related to the assay measurement more than anything. That estradiol levels may affect the assay measurement of the thyroid. So ask your doc or ask one of us, hey, draw T3, T4 free and bound. And don't forget to look at antithyroid antibodies. I think that they can be helpful also. Can't wait to start IVF. Morgan, Kirsch Geschner, welcome. Dita, hello, and thanks for joining me. Either it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Look at our TikTok, and we're really working on sharing some new and different things. I know I talk incessantly about keto. I'm a little neurotic about it. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, the term keto really is a low carb, high fat. For me, it's one meal a day. I've been doing this one meal a day for a long time. I've been nearly carnivore keto for 10 years. I stopped exercising about 10 years ago. I've never felt better. Light weights, light exercise if you want to. Spend more time in the pottery studio or the painting studio or doing poetry or photography or just sharing time with your friends and family, or even if you need time alone. Can I transfer 2 embryos? It is to be strictly one. No, we have flexibility. Talk to the clinician, the provider, the transfer docs. We're all there to work with you on these things. We do recommend one in most cases. Dida, on Sumana Jones, hello. Amber, hello. And thank you to everyone again. The more we share love, kindness, and faith. And for me, faith is the foundation. It doesn't matter your religious, spiritual belief systems. Even if you consider yourself an atheist agnostic, faith is the belief in this higher power that's within all of us. And we share it together. We're all a family of one. And the more we do that together, the better. So again, thanks for joining. Thoughts, TSH affecting embryo implantation, Danielle, I think it can. But again, add the thyroid meds. But again, check a T3, T4 and look at that carefully. Do you ever take a day off? Well, Renisha, let's see. So technically today's my day off, and I'm only doing the things I love to do every day, even getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get to the office by 4:30. I do my daily intentions and meditation. Work is not work for me. It's all part of love and the things I love to do every day. I do get into my pottery studio. I am taking next week off. I'm doing some training for I love to fly airplanes. I make sure I get lots of great training. So I have to do that the same we do in medicine. So I'm going to spend a few days doing that. I'm going to go down to Sarasota, spend a few days of relaxation and get into my painting studio a little bit and work on some ideas down there. But Dr. Corley Lutheringer and Faruqi are going to be helping out up in Syracuse. While our team members, again, Dr. Magarelli, Dr. Fink, thank you for joining us in Colorado. And of course, Dr. Banerjee, Dr. Chang, Dr. D'Souza, Dr. Grossman, Dr. Ditkoff. I'm not mentioning everyone. I wish I could, but Faith, foundation of everything, Kat Bradley. And again, it's when we bring our troubles internally and meditate on them and pray on them and visualize them, and somehow they're the pieces of the puzzle to make us and give us a better life. That's what we really want to work on, a better life for each and every one of us. Thoughts on TSH, Erica? Let's see. Again, it does spike. How long do you want? I have to wait, try again after having a myomectomy. You can go ahead after a myomectomy and do a retrieval right away, but the transfer might not happen for at least 3 months. It was a significant laparoscopic or laparotomy. Sometimes it might even be a little longer than that. Is Cowgirly yeehaw? Yeehaw. Is there a possibility that during a PGTA testing, it's only one embryo male? Can it be a twin before transfer? You can get a separation of one embryo in the uterus. Typically, we don't see it usually in the culture dish at all. Let's see. Ranisha, thank you. Let's see. I'm just checking on my Facebook, YouTube. Jenny, waiting for a phone consult July. Again, you're learning a lot, Jenny, from what we're talking about. Share the ideas through our family building guide on Amazon, The Fertile Feast, KIltz's Keto, The Fertile Secret. And it's really not a secret, by the way. You guys already have the power. If you haven't watched The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy always had the power to be wherever she wanted, because ultimately it was just a dream, right? Let's see. Has ovulation already passed before transfer occurs? Does cervix position or texture matter when it comes to transfer? Doesn't matter too much of the cervical position or texture. We can usually get through it. It's post-ovulation anyway. We use a very small catheter, and we usually get through it very nicely. ERA, ERP, Cooper, or iGenomics, we recommend them. I think they can be helpful. Laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, I think everyone should consider it for endometriosis. They call it silent endo. There's nothing silent about infertility or miscarriages, by the way. Fekumo, hello. Diagnosed with cancer 2016. Tried all I can get, cured, but all to no avail. Saw a post in Health from about a herbalist man who prepared herbal medications to cure diseases, including cancer. At first, I doubted if it was real, but decided to give it a try. Contacted the herbalist. Email, he prepared a cancer herbal, sent to me via UPS company service, received the herbal cure. He gave me steps and directions. Listen, faith, herbs, meditation, acupuncture, keto, fasting, not intermittently fasting every single day. For me, 23-1, that's the game changer. If you look at polar bears and hibernation, and you realize that organisms, they fast so much, it's amazing. Impact of diffuse adenomyosis on egg retrieval and transfer. Well, diffuse adenomyosis, which is chronic or acute inflammatory process like endometriosis in the uterine wall, and this is where orlissalupron for 2 to 3 months, maybe even as long as 6 months, anti-inflammatory lifestyle, KIltz's keto, crazy, kick-ass, amazing. But it can have an effect on implantation. How far are you scheduling laps? Surgery center next to CNY instead of actual hospital. We do it in our office in Syracuse. We are working with our Sarasota location. We will work with your OBGYNs to go over some of the things that we recommend. Dr. Vidali in New York City is amazing. He does a tremendous amount of extensive endo and laparoscopic surgeries. And Dr. Kondrup, Dr. Lutheringer, Dr. Gomi in Buffalo also works with us tremendously. So I think it's about 2 months that Dr. Lutheringer and I are scheduling our surgeries. Day 3 when transferring 2. Amber, the percentage of success is so variable. Day 3 to day 5s, I think, are equivalent. If you look at whether you're going to get a day 3, day 5, I think whatever the choice is between you and the practitioner, which way to go, but I do a lot of day 3s, a lot of day 5s, and I think they have a lot of great success. Which progesterone method is better, injection, vaginally, oral? I think they all work nicely. If you're doing a fresh cycle or a medicated frozen cycle, progesterone and oil seems to help a lot when those low levels aren't as high. But vaginal, endometrium, crinone, and prometrium oral, maybe using a little of all of these, I think can be very helpful, not just one of them. So be okay with switching it up. That's why we check our levels. And estrogen levels drop after progesterone is added. To see them in the 50 to 100 range is pretty common, and I don't think it's a real issue. Christy Baldwin, hello. 40 September, 39, blocked left tube, had 3 egg retrievals and lining finally cooperated at my first ever transfer tomorrow. Dr. Corley and I tomorrow are doing retrievals and transfers in Syracuse. Typically, he'll do most of the retrievals and I'll do most of the transfers. 1 or 2 is good. I think at your age, doing 2 is reasonable. But yeah, grades. But 2 embryos, even if they're graded, is good. Listen, grades are subjective. They're not so scientific, in my opinion. Let's see. Endometriosis. Miranda Shelley 4. Hello, and how are you doing? God bless. And James K. Dr. Condrup, God bless you. Thanks for joining always down in Sarasota. Again, for our Florida location, opening up very soon to do retrievals and transfers. We're going to start off doing monitoring, IUIs and surgeries, doctor's hospital. We're really excited about it, but we know that wherever you're at in this world, we can take care of you either just simply you listening and reading our stuff. We have a lot of game-changing ideas. The fertility doctors out there are fantastic. No matter where you're at, talk to them about immunologic protocols, ketogenic, anti-inflammatory lifestyle, dietary changes. And if what you're doing isn't working, ask them about ERA, laparoscopy, endometriosis, or what about simply taking Lovenox, aspirin, prednisone, low-dose naltrexone. Listen, we're feeding you ideas that you can then feed your other doctors ideas that maybe they'll go like, this doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me either. But the more I do this, the more it's like radical, amazing, 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 amazing. 6, let's see, Omnitrope. I do 3 units of Omnitrope in priming and 6 in stim. That's my protocol. We're all just fancy chefs, by the way. Which is the right one? That's the amazing mystery to this whole story. 5 weeks, 3 days, spotting, Maj Dalhana. So pretty common to have some spotting early in pregnancy. Keto. It's key. Fasting is key. Get away from the carbs, the fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds and nuts, the crackers, eating like a grazing animal. We're not grazing animals. We're more like a carnivore than an herbivore. Okay, we're more like bears, but if you can't find the meat, you're going to eat the grass and the grains, which ultimately are deadly. So how soon after miscarriage can I do another transfer? Super freshy. You can start within 2 to 6 weeks, in my opinion. You don't have to wait too long in all of this. All right, I got to get up. I got to move a little bit. And I work at a stand-up desk at my office in Syracuse, and I'm mostly doing stand-up wherever I can be. I try not to do stand-up comedy because I'm not very good at it. Chevy Danielle, hello. Let's see. Chevy Baker. So I think I answered the TSH one. Phone consult next month, about to go through 3rd early miscarriage in 4 months, PCOS, metabolic syndrome, prediabetes. People are suffering more COVID complications because of metabolic syndrome, PCOS, which is all due to a plant-based, low-fat diet, unfortunately, and eating like a grazing animal. Will they do a full hormone panel check? And I think all of these things could be possible. Don't forget about endo, laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, and just look at KIltz's Keto Lifestyle on Amazon. It's an inexpensive investment. And I know I sound like an idiot. Look at Maria Emmerich, Ken Berry, let's see, Sean Baker, Kevin Stock, dentist. Really great stuff on showing us how all these plants are trying to kill us. It's a crazy concept. Let's see, Amber Carlton. Hi, Amber. And just give a shout out wherever you're coming from so we can know, like, if it's in Boston, LA, Seattle, Hoboken, wherever you're at, we're here to help you. Let's see, boosters. I start boosters usually the day of the transfer, the day after. You can do it a few days earlier. Ask our team about PRP, intrauterine, HCG, intrauterine, Neupogen, intrauterine, and talk to any of our practitioners. And our nurse practitioners, our PAs are wonderful. I'm grateful to Kelly, Jen, Meg, Rebecca, Kim, Amy. I mean, the list goes on. Amazing practitioners with our great CNY fertility team. And our CNY methods are a little different than most, but I've learned some things that are really radical and amazing. Be open to change. The more we're open to change, the more amazing happens every single day. Again, thank you and happy Mother's Day to everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Mother's Day. I know most people are spending time with their moms. And Dr. KIltz, please take it down a notch. My mom, I spent time with in infinite moments. Mom and dad died at 93 about 5 or 6 years ago. I feel very blessed to have very amazing parents, and every day I am grateful to them. Bay Area, California, we're working on it. But we see patients from California, from Kentucky, from Kansas, everywhere in this globe. It's really easy to travel. Airfare is easy and it's less expensive than you know. We work with Maplewood, The Loft, Syracuse hotels, but all of our locations have some local hotels that we work with. We're so grateful to all of them for investing in us and in you to help you in this most challenging process to be infertile. Why? I don't know. Let's see. Jennifer from Ohio. The Buffalo location is awesome. Dr. Chang, Dr. D'Souza, and of course, Dr. Chris Ziegler, our most famous nurse practitioner. A great shout out for all the dedication and hard work. But the Boltnicks, we're working with them in our Buffalo area and bringing them to our location to IVF. All the docs out there, we're really grateful. Practitioners are critical. How many vitamin D3 should I be taking a day to get a total of 50K a week? If I have, if I have the 5K, well, you could do 10 a week. You could double up on that some days. I think our levels should be greater than 20 at least. There's so many people that have D3 defects because they don't take enough organ meat or fat from an animal. And the plants, they just take our vitamin D out of the picture. I'm working on transfers in Atlanta first with Dr. V, doing an awesome job. We got to get some training and a little bit of work there. What's the keto diet called that's on Amazon? KIltz's Keto Lifestyle or the Fertile Feast. And of course, our family building guide is a little bit stuff in there. But KIltz's Keto for Fertility. That's really it. And for fertility is kind of like it's my focus in life, right? I am a fertility doctor, but I talk a lot about how keto will resolve every disease you have. Guys, women, children, young and old, infants. I'm sorry. Our diet is the cause of our diseases. A high plant-based, low-fat, grazing animal diet is not the human animal diet. But they've claimed to be, and eating meat is going to ruin the world. I'm sorry. It's likely because we're planting vegetables everywhere that we've ruined the habitat for those poor little animals. But I'm getting off track. Sorry about that. Let's see. I think the vitamin D is important. And we do have vitamin D in our supplements. We're coming out the molecular fertility supplements for everyone, male and females. We have the male and female, the ovarian bloom. We're coming out with our vitamin D, inositol, and along with some human growth, we're coming out too. 3 eggs, 4 eggs, 3 mature, 1 unavailable. We do offer discounts for those that don't get eggs or embryos one time. If you keep having it, then it's time to move on to something else. So talk to our team. We do offer that. But if we know you're not going to make any eggs and you're just doing it, well, that's a different story. But if we think, hey, this didn't work, if you don't have insurance, if your insurance covered, it's a whole nother story. But we'll work with you in the financing team. Chris and Angela, Sharon, all our financing team is doing amazing. They've been so busy. They're working so hard to get to everyone. It takes a little bit of time. Karyotype labs. I think karyotype and SEMA4 genetic screening is critical for male, the egg source, the sperm source. You could decline all of these things, but I recommend them for everyone. Summer Engel, do you have to wait 6 months after surgery at HSG to do it again? Does it matter back whenever? Let's see. Again, I'm not sure the question. Maybe a fibroid, maybe endo, but we can usually get a transfer done 3 months after surgery, even a C-section. A miscarriage, I think you can go pretty quickly. Scheduled for Syracuse retrieval. Can I change? Atlanta's not available for retrievals yet. Dr. V and I are working on it. We got a few little details. We're going to get it for you guys. It's going to be amazing. Amber Carlton, Leela, hello again. Let's see. Back to Amber. My husband wants a semen analysis done with you. Can this be done when coming in for transfer tomorrow? Yes, we can do that. So just tell the team when you get there, I would like to get a semen analysis. We can help you do that for sure. Do you recommend getting both the HSG and SHG, or do you recommend one or both? I do both at the same time. I think the hysterosalpingogram is an important test to look at the uterine contour and the tubal patency and whether or not there might be some peritubal scar tissue or hydrosalpinx. If you have a hydrosalpinx, remove the tube. It helps. I've been off coffee now for a month. I used to drink very little alcohol. I've been off 2 for a month. My dinner is 1 ribeye steak, fatty Snake River with foie gras, from I think it's Hudson Valley foie gras. Tia makes an amazing Pittsburgh style sliced, and I do it blue. Whatever you choose, but add the fatty meat, add the organ meat if you can. If you're a vegetarian, it's cream butter and eggs. And a vegan, remember, it's cook the carbs well, 1 meal a day. You need the supplements, remember that. And add hemp seed oil, coconut oil, or hemp seeds or coconut seeds, or coconut oil again. Let's see. Can my husband do HCG injections whilst taking Clomid for low sperm count? Kelly, good question. I think HCG 250, Clomid 25, or Letrozole 2.5 is good. Don't forget the molecular fertility male supplements. Cousin Will is working on those, or nephew Will is working on that for everyone. I think the most important thing anyone can do is KIltz's Keto Lifestyle. 1 meal, maybe a snack, add the fat, be very narrow, have faith, and infinite mindful meditative moments a day is critical for all of us. Slow it down. Be patient with yourself and your partner. Listen a lot more. I just came out with a new book, Living Your Best Life, and I throw out ideas that are not just straightly KIltz's keto, but a lot of it has to do with what's in the mind and how do you change the mind. And you can change it anytime you want. It's just a thought away. Amber Carlton, hello. Recovery time, lap removal of tube before retrieval. I actually removed fallopian tubes at retrieval and then did a fresh transfer. So you don't have to wait long for that. Zandria, Chris, waiting to try and transfer 2 embryos. When do you discuss that option? It even can be discussed at the day of the transfer, but try to talk to one of our team members ahead of time. Be patient. Can moderate severe endo come back? Crew 55. It could come back in a month or less. You've got to change. I believe This is where you have to change what you put in the mouth. Again, the cause of endo is a bowel problem. Inflammation in the bowels causes inflammation in the pelvis, which causes inflammation systemically. All our diseases are simply due to the wrong diet for the human Ferrari. That's it. But this is where you might consider Orilissa, letrozole for 2 months, or Lupron, letrozole for 2 months as an option. Sarah Portillo, thank you again. Is there a guarantee with donor egg program? We do have a higher cost donor egg guarantee program if you qualify, but it's a payment up front, and there are always some stipulations. Let's see. There's no guarantee with any of these things. Unfortunately, I wish there was, but we're offering a more integrative approach, more different options, integrating East and West, deities and diet, and direction of the device, right? And how you move it. If you're running and heating up the body too much, you're going to damage the joints, the muscles, and the organs, and you're going to damage the DNA. Miscarriages and DNA damage are due to microscopic, cellular, molecular, atomic damage, which is a crazy concept, but it really is amazing. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Always a privilege and a pleasure. If you come into our Syracuse location where I'm mostly at, please feel free to say hi. We do a lot of selfies. I love them. We want to share these ideas with the world so we can help people conceive naturally without ever coming to see my fertility, just looking on board for these ideas that are game changing. Again, I'm a scientist. I'm a Western trained physician. I'm a math guy. I couldn't read as a kid. I was dyslexic, OCD, ADHD. I think I still have a little bit in me, but I was good at math. Mrs. Hafner kissed me in front of the class when I was in the 5th grade, and I was embarrassed to shit. But I realized that it's math is how I look at the world. But more and more, I realize that the more I read, the more I listen, the more I learn. And I do a lot of really sort of, I throw paint on canvas and kind of looks like it's all over the place, but I have fun with it. And we have to have fun and enjoy life every day. Can I get all treatment at your Atlanta office, then only go to New York for retrieval and transfer? Correct. You can do that. And we're working on Zymot. If you want to add Zymot to doing your sperm prep for IUI or IVF, you have to ask about it. It's a $200 add-on. There's some evidence that it may help with DNA damage and fragmentation, improve sperm sperm quality that we're able using for your egg or IVF or your IUI. But you have to ask about it. We're just bringing it on board. We're really excited about all of that at all of our locations. Dr. Ivanov in Philadelphia, we're working on getting that location improved for more monitoring IUIs and consults with Dr. Ivanov coming up in the next 6 months. And getting our Philadelphia monitoring location right now. But again, we're going to grow that. But if you have an OBGYN in your area that can help do more fertility, we'd be glad to train them with some of our methods, help them do more in their location around the country and the globe, and then do your monitoring for a lower cost. That would help save so many by helping us help you and help them as a fertility family. Again, so many REIs and OBGYNs and fertility practices around the globe have been so helpful because some of them may be too expensive where you're looking for a different idea. We will even do monitoring for clients coming from other centers. We'll do your monitoring to go wherever you want because we all want to make sure we're working together as a family. And sometimes we know families don't always get along very well. I have lived in that family too. My beautiful daughter, my ex-wife, my aunts and uncles, and all of us, my sisters and brothers, and craziness. But the good Lord created it this way, and we're doing our very best to be very, very patient with all of it. Wiser, Amy. Transferred, pleasure, headaches, cramping, nausea. Look at the drugs you're on. Look at the diet you're doing. There must be something you're putting into your mind and your mouth that may be causing the problem. But sometimes there may be a mild infection. This is where the antimicrobial protocol comes in and the antihistamine. It may be that you're allergic to something that you're taking. So talk to one of the providers and we'll look at that. But again, fasting. And once you're pregnant, fasting is the best way to get that beautiful baby. My recommendation is don't go to 3 to 6 meals a day. Again, look at The Sacred Cow, by Diana Rogers and Rob Wolf. Really some great stuff on, it's not strictly carnivore, but omnivore, but how fatty meat really is critical in organ meat. But I believe fasting. It's so important in all this. Should a 2.6 centimeter fibroid be removed? It is causing enlarged uterus. Let's see, thick lining. Could it be heterogeneous? Will removing it cause damage? Uterine muscle. I personally, Amber, I recommend removing those fibroids. Look, if you're seeing us because you're not getting pregnant and you have a fibroid, it could be a problem. The problem. I've removed them all day long laparoscopically, and bingo, pregnancy and delivery of a baby. So it really is radical ideas. Weight loss normal when doing a back-to-back retrieval, one period in between. If you're doing KIltz's keto, and weight loss is not uncommon. If you're carrying too much weight, losing weight is normal. Fat is the fuel for the Ferrari. Never sugar, always fat. Fatty acids cross the placenta and cross the blood-brain barrier because there's not like a guard just letting people in. Fat is necessary, and I believe that, weight loss is not unheard of. Even when you're pregnant, it's okay if you're overweight. But if you're too skinny, KIltz's Keto Ice Cream, it's a kick-ass amazing. Maybe I'll do a little video on making some ice cream later today. Tia bought me some vanilla beans, and I use sugarcane sugar, full-on cream, that little bit of vanilla, 1 or 2 eggs, and it's a game changer. I love making ice cream, but I don't eat it all the time. And yesterday we were at Mirbeau and Skinny Atlas. They had a porterhouse steak. I had some lobster tail. Tia shared her lobster tail with me. She's amazing. And dipped it in butter, and also some blue cheese butter. Oh my God, I love blue cheese butter. And check out Dr. KIltz's drkiltz.com, and we're coming out with the Fertile Secret. It's either .com, .org, or .co, whatever it is. We're really excited about it. It's bringing a lot of new ideas and support emotionally. Fasting right after transfer. For me, fasting, listen, this is where bone broth, and even if you're a vegan, you're doing just broth, I think it's really critical. Just water. For me, it's been water, no more wine, no more spirits, no more coffee, no more tea. But I've been in that one meal a day. Okay, a little snack from time to time, up the fat. It's amazing. I think once you're pregnant, if you look at polar bears, and if you look at bears and many other organisms, animals, mammals, they fast. Fasting is lasting. And of all the things I've ever done, for 10 years now, I've been doing my one meal, maybe a snack, but 99% of it is at one meal at night. Then you rest and digest. For me, breaking the fast happens in the late afternoon, early evening, and that is it. Best way to make an appointment with your practice in New York, fill out a form online. Let's see, you could text me or email me, KIltz at CNY Fertility, and we'll get it going. We've been so busy. Getting appointments is taking 2 to 4 weeks, but we're getting Dr. Kondrub on board, Dr. Banerjee's on board, Dr. Fink's on board, Dr. Fariki's on board. We're really, really getting people in. But look, you're learning the way and the answers just in this way. That's the amazing game changer to all of this, as we're all learning together, right? Faith, fasting, KIltz's keto lifestyle food, and leads all to fertility. But look at why some people get pregnant without a problem and don't miscarry. I don't know. But these ideas that we're sharing, KIltz's keto lifestyle, Fertile Feast, the Fertile Secret, and our family building guide on Amazon, I think are really, really, really great and helpful. Retroverted uterus, Kelly below. I think, listen, it can affect fertility. Plenty of people with a retroverted uterus. So the uterus in the pelvis. So if you're laying down, the pelvis, the uterus usually is anteverted like this towards the bladder, or like this, but sometimes it can be pointing down towards the rectum. And I think there's a lot more endo and inflammation because of that. But plenty of women have a baby. Full bladder when we do a transfer with an abdominal ultrasound can be very helpful. Vicky, let's see. What is normal time frame from start to actual getting pregnant? It could be a month or 6 months or a year or even 2 years. Never give up. Have faith. Be persistent. And whether you're doing yoga, tai chi, acupuncture, meditation, whatever it is. I know Dr. Oh my gosh, let's see. Dr. Magarelli does a keto, and he loves to be thrown on the mat. Don't throw me anywhere. So keep it cool and slow and easy, by the way. Atlanta be open to retrievals and transfers. Less road too. Dr. V and I are working on it. Let's put September in the mind for transfers, maybe, and then January for retrievals. All right. I'm going to hold that one. Do my very best. Vicky, let's see. Cynic group from group. Do you still do cycles with injectables? Let's see. Immune protocols. Sets those up for it. Look we do timed intercourse. We do timed IUI. We do timed retrievals and transfers and freeze-alls with with everyone. Listen, everyone should be doing at least KIltz's Keto Lifestyle. Again, if you're vegan or if you're a carnivore, it doesn't matter. One meal, cook the carbs well if you eat them and add the fat. Have faith. And Lovenox, aspirin, prednisone, Plaquenil, Neupogen, IVIG, Humira, Cimzia. I think you got to be looking at it. Laparoscopy, hysteroscopy for endo. I think it's critical. I've seen so many women do a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy for endo, didn't either have it or it was very minimal, and then they get pregnant. And then they come back for another pregnancy and we do it again and they get pregnant again. So again, a lot of game-changing ideas. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday. I don't know whether the weather is beautiful here in upstate New York, but to me, it doesn't matter what the weather, it's all beautiful. Flare protocols for women over 40. We'll do flare, we'll do natural, we'll do low dose protocols. If what you did didn't work, let's try something else. A lot of natural triggers, a lot of low dose triggers, Lupron, flare, absolutely. We should probably think about more Lupron flare cycles with a little bit of letrozole the first few days, then add the gonadotropins, stay on the Lupron, and then do a trigger, which may be a very, very, very good way to go, either about intercourse, IUI, or IVF. We're here to help you around the globe, whether it's intercourse, IUI, IVF, repetitive losses, endometriosis, fibroids, adenomyosis, or you're just looking for a healthy lifestyle. And for me, for everyone, it doesn't matter. We are eating the wrong diet for the human animal. That's the crazy story. It's nuts. So talk to the team. I'd like to do a low dose protocol. I'd like to do a flare protocol. I'd like to do human growth hormone priming. I recommend estrase prometrium low dose for maybe 2 to 4 weeks with the Omnitrope or the Cerevital, and then do a stimulation. And you don't have to stop the estrogen, progesterone, or HGH. You could go right into your stimulation. Prometrium and progesterone may help prevent ovulation, retrieve eggs, freeze embryos. That's another one we're working on trying, where no cetrotide, no Lupron, just stay on the progesterone throughout the stimulation, retrieve the eggs, make the embryos, freeze them, then go ahead and stop the estrogen, progesterone, get your cycle, start estrogen or natural cycle, and do a frozen. Haley, transfer April 19th, went back for beta 9 days later, told me I wasn't pregnant. Period Tuesday, went baseline. Beta came back at 65. Maybe get back on the meds. This is the weird part about this business. Nothing is ever 100%. And boy, what is 100%? Nothing. Maybe even death isn't 100% if we could live forever through our minds. But stay on your meds and be cognizant. It might be an ectopic or an abnormal pregnancy. But if you're not sure what to do, everyone, stay on your meds and repeat things. Usually this pregnancy test 2 weeks after the theoretical retrieval, which is about 10 to 12 days after transfer, depending if you do a day 3 or day blast, but sometimes stay on your meds. Friday, retrieval is Friday 11, transfer tomorrow at 7. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's considered day 3. Day of retrieval, day 0, and we then count from there. Kelly Penny Gyrakis. Hi there, Kelly. Laparoscopy in March. Endo removed from 3 areas. When should I start my cycle? But when do I want to do antimicrobial, fungal, and immune? You can start all of those right now. KIltz's Keto Now. KIltz's Keto Lifestyle on Amazon. We're going to name it KIltz's Keto for Fertility Lifestyle Cures. And look at the Fertile Feast. But we can get you on that pretty quick and easy. And talk to the team. Tell them what you want. I've got this list on Dr. KIltz's family building guide. It gives me all these options. My nursing team, my global team is amazing. Thanks to Donna, Justine, everyone. I'm not mentioning everyone. I should, and I apologize. But to all the team members for listening to you guys. We're here to help and make it better and better and better for everyone. Let's see if I sorry, my dyslexia gets in the way. If we do an ERA and want to do a transfer of a frozen 5 or 7 day, are they transferred? They're transferred exactly as a blast. We don't change their days, which seems a little ridiculous, but that's what those blasts, we treat them. We treat a blast like a blast. We don't change the days. Maybe we should, but we haven't historically. I am Sherry Vet. Any recommendation getting more mature eggs? Had 11 eggs retrieved, only 2 mature. Add HCG, add human growth. KIltz's Keto, LDN, CBD, trigger with some HCG and maybe the double Lupron. But this is the mystery that we don't understand. I think sometimes we find out that in actuality, there's a maturity problem, but there could be a sperm problem, an egg problem for those that get mature eggs but don't fertilize very well. This is where maybe the Zymod is going to come in for the improving the sperm, but maybe we need to look at some of the calcium iodophores we're looking at right now and adding some extra things that might help better, but maybe it's better of helping the ovarian environment with acupuncture, massage, and KIltz's Keto, being open to ideas that are game-changing. And I know that sometimes Dr. Maggs and I and all of my doctors and I butt heads about these ideas. KIltz, you're crazy. And I know I am, but I'm learning from opposite ideas. And the more we give up the fact that we think we're right, because even I am not right, be open to change. And we'll always be open to new and different things for everyone out there. Let's see. They had me start yesterday for a day 3 transfer tomorrow. Let's see. Chris Jenner, Amanda have all been great. And Lanisa, I monitor in Buffalo and do the big stuff in Syracuse. Everyone has been great, amazing. Thank you God bless you guys. And again, share these ideas with your neighbors, your friends, your family members, or on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat and the Uber and the Lyft people and all these ideas. The more we share these ideas, the more amazing things happen. because it's all a game change. We are leading the way. It doesn't matter your age, shape, size, weight, gender description. I'm 25. Like, don't I look amazing for 25, or is it 95 and I look amazing? We got to have fun every day. Oh, shout out to my daughter, Pilar, in Princeton. Let's see. She has a company, More Canvas Marketing. I'm so proud of her. And happy Mother's Day to her mom today. Let's see. Egg maturity has been a problem. How can it help? Again, it's KIltz's Keto, LDN, CBD, acupuncture, massage, meditation, and prayer. It's add human growth, the antihistamine, and the antimicrobial. Give yourself a way to reduce inflammation. And look at our supplements, the ovarian bloom through our molecular fertility, I think can be very, very helpful. The LDN CBD, and remember, you have to visualize mature eggs as if they are, and a baby in your arms as if it is. Couple more questions, and then I'm spending some time with Miss Tia, who's spending time with her mom, and I'm going to get in the pottery studio for some KIltz's cups. You can check them out on Etsy, and take a picture and send it out there and put it on board. Sharing thoughts and ideas and having fun every day. Wondering what is going on with grant announcements being months behind. Listen, we're all months behind because of COVID craziness. We've been so busy, short-staffed, people having problems. We're all doing our very best. And I wish we're working to add more team members. Chris and Angela, thank you. A shout out to both of you on our financial team, to Sharon on our billing team, to helping people with their insurance and their billing things and getting people better and better and better and better. Let's see. Missed your lives. Thanks very much, Christina Morris Seals. I really appreciate everyone. Share your own lives and ideas and helping people in all this. Plan to do IVF with someone later this year. Been keto over a year. It's the best diet ever. Ashley Monique Webster, thank you. Listen, I didn't believe all this stuff. I'm primarily a Mediterranean eater. I used to eat lots of vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, and nuts, and a little bit of lean meat. And I was a crazy exercise person. And I stopped that 10 years ago. I personally went carnivore, keto, no exercise, game change, bowel bleeding, arthritis, psoriasis, migraines, eczema. I am nuts still. All the other stuff went away. But again, whether you're a vegan or a carnivore, there's a keto way for you. It's really KIltz's keto way. 1 meal a day, add the fat, cook the carbs well, and most of all, have faith and give love to yourself and everyone else in your life. Because if you're not going to give away love, how can you expect love to come to you, right? Email rkiltz, RKILTZ at cnyfertility.com or jtaylor at cnyfertility. Justine's amazing. We're adding new team members coming to all our locations. Ashley moved from our transfer team in Syracuse down to Atlanta with Dr. V. Excited about that. We're working to get transfers in Atlanta with Dr. V. I'm working on that. PCOS group. Have you ever given 50 milligrams of naltrexone? Multiple studies over the years in PCOS for this dose. I typically do the lower doses. You might try 25, but LDN, CBD, and KIltz's keto is a kick-ass amazing. So I would say low dose naltrexone may be all you need. Let's see. Lower the levo increases during. Let's see. If TSH won't lower levo during FET cycle, cancel FET, spike 6.7. You could check your T3, T4 levels, make sure they're normal. If they are, I think you're good. But up the thyroid hormones, try the natural or the armor might be the game changer. But remember, something you're putting in your mouth or your lungs or through your skin is causing the problem. It's so simple. Estrase for priming, 2 milligrams estrase once or twice, Nanu, a day, and Prometrium 200 once or twice. I like to do the lower dose protocols. I think they work really, really well. We're working on some new videos through YouTube. Mason, Hannah, thank you for all the great work you're helping. And Will and all of our marketing team at Mooney Marketing, a shout out. to all of them and to everyone every day. It's a beautiful, awesome, amazing day. Happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers. We all have a mother. One way or another, we all came out of a uterus from a beautiful woman who spent the time and the energy to gestate and deliver us, whether they raised us or not. And to all the mothers that help raise us, and I have infinite, and I'm grateful. And to all of us together, a happy and beautiful Mother's Day. Spend time more with the beauty of who you are and love and kindness. Check out KIltz's Keto Lifestyle and also KIltz's Fertile Secret. I love you guys. Have an awesome, amazing day. I'll see you guys next week or if in the office this week. And again, I'm taking next week as to take a little time to rejuvenate myself because we all need it. God bless to everyone. See you guys. Keep sharing.